I'd like to, first as a matter of protocol, join the MC in acknowledging our dignitaries today. Thank you for being here to honor my late father. I'd like to acknowledge those that are present, the Honorable Governor Wenge. I'd also like to thank you and our Morobe provincial government for facilitating and according the state funeral in honor of my father, late Sir Nagora. I'd like to also acknowledge our Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Member of Lae John Rosso, the Chairman of Lae City Authority. I'd like to express our sincere gratitude for his support and assistance in bringing late Sir Bogan home. And of course, his attendance at late Sir's house cry and funeral in Port Moresby. And for, personally, from his family to our family, his support. Thank you. I take the time to also acknowledge our AHI local level government president, Malcolm Caro, the Butibam Council of Chiefs, Mr. Jabezrael. Thank you for your tireless effort in coordinating and working behind the scenes to make all of this possible. I acknowledge an esteemed leader from Butibam, the former Minister of Finance, Mr. Bart Philemon, another esteemed leader, a brother of late Sir, Mr. Benson Nablu, and all of our dignitaries. Thank you for being here to honor his legacy. I'll take this time now to briefly talk about Sir's life journey. But before that, I'd like to pay homage, because Sir believed in honoring those that have come before, those that have paved the way, and those that have made him who he was, both living and those that have passed on. Accordingly, I'd like to acknowledge and pay homage to Sir's late father, Buging Kiwibing Moto of Guatra clan in Butibam, to Sir's late mother, Gasiawe Buging Mutu, who originally came from Agatu clan. I'd also like to take the time to acknowledge those that shaped his spiritual journey. The late Pastor Peter Singut and Bishop Neretuaine Tamatoa. These are people who have touched his life. In Sir's journey and his education in early years, he grew up in Butibam. At that time, the essence of community, of family and relationship, and a big platform. These were some of the values that were instilled by our forefathers, and something that late Sir recognized and valued and deeply treasured. In his early education, there were two people that had a significant impact and gave him the exposure and allowed him to be who he is today. I acknowledge Sir's late uncle, the brother of his late mother, Abunga Matthias Nalu. He had a great hand in the life of this man. And I acknowledge his elder brother, the late Stephen Ahi, who was an educator as well, who gave Sir that discipline and foundation. Sir spent his early years schooling at Butibam Primary School amongst these people and was later brought up to Goroka, to Yufa. These were his formative years. From there, Sir went on to complete his studies at Sogeri National High School. From Busu, he went to Sogeri and completed his high school studies. Immediately following his time at Sogeri, Sir entered into the University of Papua New Guinea. He studied law, completed his law degree, and from there he made his way to the School for Public Administration and then into the service of our government with the Internal Revenue Commission. His time and track record was quite extensive. He quickly rose up the ranks from starting off as an administrator to becoming the pioneer, chief tax collector, and leader in investment finance. He was an innovative and brilliant young man at the time when he was appointed as the first Papua New Guinean to become the chief tax collector, replacing the late John Lobega in the taxation office. He was appointed at the time, and in his leadership, he was admired for his innovation in bringing together the functions of the tax and custom offices under one umbrella organization. And at the time, the then Prime Minister appointed him. Sir Julius Chen appointed him as first commissioner of the Internal Revenue Commission. And he served brilliantly. In 1995, he was appointed as Ambassador of the United States. And for the first time, he was also accredited as the High Commissioner to Canada and Mexico, making history yet again. He was accorded 3 places for which he served simultaneously. Upon his return home, late Sir Nagora continued leaving public service and entering into the business sector, achieving yet another historic milestone. He was chairman of No. 1 Super, where he diversified the investment portfolio and successfully raised the net asset value of No. 1 Super from where it was to what it is today. I am very proud also to learn that Sir was instrumental in the expansion of BSP Bank to the Pacific, Vietnam, Laos, and Southeast Asia. Another career milestone when he joined their board. In Lae, local company Mapai Transport became an international company with branches in New Zealand under the leadership of late Sir Nagora as board chairman. Papua New Guinea has a reliable son, and Morobe has lost a true kumu. God has reason for everything. In this time of loss, let us take courage and knowledge that our beloved Abunga father, late statesman, Sir Nagora, was an outstanding pioneering leader in his lifetime. And it is now a challenge for us to honor that legacy of humility, commitment, loyalty, to honor this great man, a man singular, a man unique, and so special that it's tough to find anyone like him in this generation. Late Sir Nagora. With that, thank you very much. Before I go, I'd like to call upon my younger brother to say a few words.
I don't have much to say. Everything I have to say, my brother has said. But I'll just leave with this. You have some pretty big shoes to fill, Dad. Not just for me, for my brothers, but for everyone else. And we're definitely not the same size, but I see your footprints, and I shall follow your footsteps as you and the good Lord guide me. Papa, like my blue stapinis, but me looking, and about me walk about by him. Dad, thank you for being an incredible person. You have left an indelible mark on our hearts. We love you, we miss you, and we will carry your legacy forward with pride and honor till we meet again. Taman, dangi atu wiging, na yam hong am ku ting tinang mau tinang hunga lu. Taman boko nem hato, haho huk na yam, takungap solo apam to bungam. Thank you.